I just finished up my training for today. It was a perfect workout for busy dads. It was a 10-minute workout in total. I started out with 200 feet overhead dumbbell walking lunges and then 50 single dumbbell box step ups and finished off with 50 barbell shoulder press. Check it out.
Starting out with a 200 feet overhead walking lunges, my goal was to keep my core nice and tight and that dumbbell stacked right over my shoulder. Since this was for distance, not for reps, I was taking a little bit of larger steps as I went. I took a short pause in between each lap. I was doing 25-foot increments and then turning around. I would bring that dumbbell down to my shoulder, switch hands, and then bring it back up overhead. I believe in total, the overhead walking lunges took me about 2 minutes. I was trying to keep my heart rate down on this movement because I knew I had a lot more work to do throughout the workout, especially moving into box step ups. I didn't want to burn out my legs because there is no assistance from any other body part when I start on those box step ups. My goal was to stay nice and controlled the whole time, which I feel like I did a good job of. These last few reps, I definitely felt like I could feel the fatigue setting in, so I did slow down just a little bit. Moving into the box step ups, I was driving off of the leg that was up on the box, keeping that dumbbell tight to my body behind my neck. I would switch which hand was holding the dumbbell every few reps because I didn't want to burn one arm out. This was just a little bit of a grinding part of the workout where I was just stepping up really with not taking much rest in between. Again, the goal here was to keep my core tight and drive off of the leg that was up on the box. This allowed me to stay nice and consistent as I moved through all 50 of these dumbbell step ups. My goal was to lower myself nice and controlled down off of the box so I wasn't putting a lot of fatigue on the leg that was catching me. Once I got to the barbell shoulder press, I could definitely feel the fatigue setting in on my legs. This definitely impacted the drive that I was able to produce on the beginning of each movement. And then my shoulders were also feeling a little bit of the fatigue from the overhead walking lunges. I broke these up into manageable chunks of 12 reps total, taking short breaks in between each set. The last set, I did do a set of 14 because I felt putting the barbell down and then doing 2 additional reps for a final set would be a waste of my time and effort. After a short break, I was back to the barbell for another set of 12. These were challenging, but I felt like they were doable the whole time. I never felt like I needed to put the bar down, but the final 2 or 3 reps were definitely challenging. I could feel the burn in my triceps and shoulders. You can see that I'm not overarching in my back. I'm really driving off of my legs and finishing the movement with my arms. This is all led by a nice tight core. This isn't about how much weight you can move, it's about how well you can move the weight. My ribs are down and glutes are tight. Think about this as a standing plank with a barbell. The bar starts over midfoot in a nice strong front rack position and finishes stacked over my ears. If your low back is doing the work, the weight is too heavy. As I'm finishing up my final set, let's do a quick recap of the workout. 200 feet of overhead walking lunges to expose stability, 50 box step ups for real leg strength, and 50 shoulder presses to finish what fatigue starts. This isn't about chasing a sweaty finish, it's about building strength that actually holds up when life gets busy. If your shoulders, core, and legs gave out today, that's not a weakness, that's your roadmap. Train what shows up, build strength that carries over. If you're a busy dad trying to stay strong without breaking down, hit the subscribe button. This page trains fitness for real life, not just the gym. Subscribe if you want strength that survives work, kids, and real life.